Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni G. Time to take you around the world of sport again, as we look at activities in the world of sport, focusing on Nigerian story first. Well, just some times back in 2022, National Sports Festival took place in Delta State, precisely in Asaba. And we saw a lot of activities happening there, a lot of winners, and the gold talking about the medals now, gold, silver, and also bronze. Delta State winning that competition with 320 gold medals. They have 200 that they won in that competition, talking about silver. But right now, just yesterday, the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, led by Honorable Sunday Dare, deemed it fit to set up a review committee that will be looking at the National Sports Festival medals table because of issue of complaint here and there. As about 2022, Dare set up committee to review NSF medals table. And that's the first story we'll be looking at. And quickly, let's look at the excerpt from the letter written by the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport Development. The Federal Ministry of Sport and Youth Development has received complaints about the medals table at the recently concluded 21st National Sports Festival. After an initial review was done, the ministry has decided to take a further step of setting up an independent committee to immediately do a further review. Towards the resolution of the matter, the ministry hereby announces a committee made up of experts who had managed the technical arm of previous festivals in the past. Brigadier General Emmanuel Okaro is the chairman of that committee. Madaki Elias Gora, Mrs. Awa Kulu, Lekwan Labi, the statistician of the ministry, will be part of the committee as secretary. Representative of the Delta State Sports Commission will serve as member. The committee is expected, among other things, to determine what went wrong with the medals table competition. From the standpoint of knowledge and experience of previous festivals, establish the exact and correct medals table, including the table of any double entries and inaccuracy, and make recommendations to guide against future occurrence. The committee has 7 days to complete its assignment, coming from the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport Development there. I have in the studio Olawale Peters.
Good evening, Adeni. It's a pleasure being back to the studio. This reminds me when we used to have issues like this when we are playing our local league, and a team will be leading 2-0, and you'll be seeing 1-0 on the scoreboard. And
who has removed the one?
And I asked myself when this issue came up again that why are we always like this in this country? That's the truth.
But this really is shameful.
It is very, very shameful. And even setting up a committee also, it's more shameful than the incident that occurred. You should have the number of medals that you prepared for this competition. Right? Gold, silver, and bronze. At the end of each competition, you have table tennis. How many people participated? How many people won the gold? At the end of the competition, you're supposed to do your reconciliation. That we produce 1,000 medals, 500 this, 300 this, 200 this, making 1,000, hypothetically saying. And from this 500, we have table tennis, lawn tennis, javelin,
hockey,
cricket, amounting to number of gold that we have. It's very, very simple. And this is something that is supposed to be updating on daily basis. Day one, 10 events took place. We have 2 finals. From the 2 finals, we had 1 gold, 1 silver. Since the Olympic has started, have you heard of any issue like this?
That's why I actually said it's shameful and embarrassing.
Sincerely, I think...
After we've concluded this...
I don't, and you're not setting up another committee to do what? Wasting our resources to do this also. That is why when a figure is coming out from the federal government, people don't take it serious. When they release the GDP, they release the unemployment rates, they release the NPR, whatever, people don't take it serious. Because these are the reason. Ordinary sport festival, you cannot account for the number of medals won by each team.
To the extent that some states were complaining
that this team didn't win this, they got this team won this,
they have to set up committee
to check and review this one. Honestly, it's shameful. Let me use the word. It's very shameful that we find ourselves at this level of incompetence in this country.
Very, very painful. But now that it has happened, it has happened now. We have the committee set up will be led by Brigadier General Oyako thereabout. But what would they now? They give them 7 days to make sure they come up with the report. Now, if by the time they come up with the report and the report is saying, okay, there are some irregularities, what will happen?
Sincerely, I don't think
they will collect the medal.
Okay, I'm not going to call Delta State from the 320 medals, 200 silver and 128 bronze that you won. We discovered that. No, I don't understand that, didn't you?
Bring it back.
You participated in an event. No, let's look at it now. Practically, you participated in an event and you came second. And they're supposed to give you silver.
Of course.
So if they didn't give you the silver, what happened to that silver? Who took that silver?
Maybe rat. Maybe rat. You know, we've seen where rats swallow money.
I've been cracking my head. What happened? Or you didn't a state didn't participate in an event. They just sit down and said, okay, yeah, let's add 10 to the medal.
So that they will be among.
I don't understand what really happened. Sincerely. So the issue of the committee they set up, it's not even an issue. The issue is how are we going to stop this embarrassing situation going forward, not to reoccur. That is what we need to look into. This committee, they will come up and tell us what we know. That's the truth.
Everything was perfect.
Everything was perfect, no issue, false alarm. But what we need is up-to-date medal tables. Come on, it's saddening.
Now, look at it this way. If you check the Commonwealth Games, the Olympics, and so many other competitions, in fact, you don't need to, you know the funniest thing that really baffles me? During the National Sports Festival, it took, in fact, not hours, days at times. Easily during Commonwealth Games or Olympics, you can easily go on the website, get the actual,
as at that time,
as at that moment. As you are winning this, they are upgrading. As you are winning this, or they will just write as at so time. Maybe in the next 1 hour, you see another set, they will be upgrading to it. But hours, you have to be waiting for somebody to send, even the one they send, the one you think you are copying, could be outdated or might not be correct because they'll be telling you, you'll be seeing that, okay, as at so time yesterday by 9 p.m., then it will take another 12 hours. Which something could have happened. It could be manipulated. Any irregularity could have taken place. Why can't we just have a database, a website that journalists or whoever wants to check, even if you are not a journalist, you just want to check what's happening in Asaba. Just type National Sports Festival medal table. Up, it comes up, and you check it.
Maybe we need to ask the Ministry of Youth and Sports if there is a constitution.
All you see going around is picture. Somebody will forward picture of the medal table to you, and you are not even sure if it's correct or not.
Maybe we need to ask the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports if there is a caveat in the constitution of the Nigerian Sports Federation that they cannot transmit medal table electronically. Maybe.
Seriously,
because
really...
if there is nothing like that, like what you said, it's very simple. It's very simple. We have a system, a technology in place that as you are finishing the event,
they input it.
They input it, and it's. But here you see them with ruler, pencil, sheet of paper.
Everything will be colorful.
Edo State 1 + 1 2.
Oh, my goodness.
When we have a system that can do this without doing it manually. And tomorrow, this same federation will now be requesting to host an international competition. And they will ask you that you cannot even manage your own, you now want to. So they don't know the implication of what they are really, really doing. It's about reputational image of the country has been dragged in the mud with their incompetency, inefficiency. Sincerely. So the high time they look into it. If they know they don't know how to do this, we've said this.
Get experts.
We've said this times without number. There are millions of people outside there that they are ready to do this free of charge for the honor of this country. A lot of people, like you, like myself, like millions of people outside there, they are ready to do this as a service to this country without collecting any kobo in order to save ourselves from this embarrassing situation that in Nigeria, the giant of Africa, the most populous black nation in the world, they cannot even add 1 + 1 to make 2.
Just so that we get it right when it comes to sport in Nigeria, it's really, really disheartening the way we run sport. But right now, let's see what the committee will set up will be coming up with within 7 days that has actually been given that particular mandatory service that they just have to get a solution to it. Complaints here and there concerning National Sports Festival made us stable. Let's wait and see what's going to be happening. Now we go through the second one that has to do with the FA Cup third round. Quickly, replay fixtures will be coming up. A lot of matches that need to be replayed for the fact that they played the first leg ending in draw. Well, Wolverhampton Wanderers will have to fight that against Liverpool. West Bromwich Albion against Chesterfield. Luton Town against Wigan Athletic, Swansea City, Bristol City, Birmingham, all the cities are ready against Forest Green Rovers. Accrington Stanley, what a name, against Boreham Wood. Boreham Wood fighting against Accrington Stanley. Well, all these clubs. But the battle is, they can't escape tonight. Somebody must win.
Tonight, a winner must emerge. So there's no draw or nothing again. And it's going to be very interesting. Most of these clubs or city clubs, they are always waiting for this competition to showcase themselves, to tell the people that me too, I'm playing
We are here, we are Accrington.
We are Accrington.
We are Boreham.
We are Boreham, we are doing very well. But the focus will be more on Wolves and Liverpool to see what will happen, because both of them are in the Premier League. And we'll see what they can do. Then also West Brom also, they used to be a force to reckon with in the league. Then we shouldn't forget Wigan Athletic. I recall in 2012, 2013 FA Cup competition, they won it when they beat Manchester City 1-0, Curtis McManaman. So they too look at, oh, we've won this before. So this is an opportunity for us also to see if you can get it, take it to the semi-final or be a finalist or even win the competition. So it's going to be very interesting. We'll be surprised by tomorrow, by day after tomorrow, you'll see a lot of shocking results coming from this competition.
Just like you said, Wolves and Liverpool will be the attention game. A lot of everyone is going to see what will Liverpool doing, because we know how the team is right now. They are not really at their best. But you look at this Accrington Stanley, Boreham Wood, one of them must go through. Forest Green Rovers. Actually, I love those names. It sounds very
Forest Green
Rovers.
Is it the Rovers that you like?
Really? You know, they actually enjoy about so many names together. You have Nottingham Forest, they pick Forest there. You have Rovers, Blackburn Rovers, they pick Rovers from there. Adding it to Green, Forest Green Rovers. Birmingham City, remember the last time they were able to, that should be EFL or
yes,
when
EFL.
They defeated Arsenal. Or Bafemi Martins or thereabout, scoring that goal. But Swansea City also, they were playing against Bristol City. So we have about 3 cities there fighting for honours. And Wigan Athletic, I will never forget Wigan against Chelsea during Jose Mourinho's time, what they did in their first game, a tough one. They'll be playing against Luton Town. The city of Luton, although it's a town now, they'll be fighting hard against Wigan Athletic. Like you said, all these matches played together, there will be a shocking moment coming.
Yeah, sure, there will be a shocking moment. Who knows? Maybe it will be the Boreham that will shock the Accrington Stanley. Who knows? Probably the Forest Green Rovers 3 combined together will shock the Birmingham City. And let's also see maybe Swansea City also. They will let you know that my city is superior to your own, to your Bristol City. Wigan Athletic, maybe they want to have a launch back also to let the Premier League team know that, oh, we used to be here before and we are still coming back. So it's going to be very interesting. But like I said earlier, there's going to be a shocking result tonight. Probably Wolves will be the one to surprise Liverpool. Because right now, we don't really know what is wrong with Liverpool. We don't know what is wrong with Liverpool. Liverpool, it's not the Liverpool that we used to really know. Something is wrong with them psychologically. So they need to find what the issue is so that they can take the pace again. They have the players to do it, and they have a coach who has won everything, who has the experience, everything. They have their own time. It is their own time right now, so they need to get over it.
Like we say in Nigeria, in our own parlance, everybody go chop on. So they are eating right now. But really, it has been a fantastic one. Looking at some clubs that have really done well when it comes to this competition, FA Cup, Calenda Cup, EPL, Champions League. But right now, Liverpool, despite having an array of stars, they are struggling. They need to find their rhythm if they are to do well against Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are right now fired up that if you can do it in the first leg, who says we cannot do in the second leg. We wait to see. We'll be giving you updates concerning that by the time those matches actually come on. Right now, quickly, let's look at Coppa Italia. It's a battle between Victor Osimhen versus Desa. Let's look at that story there. Osimhen battles Desa as now in Napoli versus Cremonese. Those are the games, the game that will be coming up in Coppa Italia. And today, Osimhen will be facing another Nigerian, Desa. Can they win?
I think if Osimhen can do what he did with the Juventus, with their defense, a Juventus that they played 5 matches with clean sheets before meeting Napoli and they lost 5-1 to Napoli, and Osimhen scored 2 goals. Take it or leave it. He's going to continue his outstanding performance, where he has, from 14 matches, he has scored 12 goals and he has made 4 assists. So that means for every game Osimhen played, you see his contribution, either by a goal or by an assist. And I don't see that stopping tonight also. Definitely. However, they need to look at what is their priority. Like we said during the morning show, if you look at the Italian Serie A table right now, they are leading with 9 points. Nevertheless, they shouldn't lose sleep. So their concentration should be, is it the Coppa Italia that wants to be our priority, or the league will be our concentration, because you have some of your star players like Osimhen. Osimhen is Napoli, Napoli is Osimhen. Take it or you leave it. So if you are using your star player in all the matches, there will be a fatigue, injury, and we know Osimhen is prone to injury. So a match like this, I think the coach should give other players opportunity. It is when things are going very bad and worse for you that you need his experience or expertise. You cannot ask him to come in, because by weekend they are playing another match again.
So it's better to rest.
It's better to rest player like Osimhen and co. So their focus will be on Scudetto rather than this one.
Hopefully that will be at least done by Spalletti right now. Think through the tank of Napoli there. They'll be facing Cremonese today, and it's going to be a big one because you have 2 Nigerians, Desa, who play for Cremonese. You have Victor Osimhen. Well, both of them, who knows, maybe Osimhen will be playing. But from what a lot of people actually said, it's better to rest Osimhen and the likes of Kvaratskhelia, who has been doing so well for Napoli in the race for Scudetto. They need to let them rest so that they can be able to focus on trying to win more for them when it comes to the race for the Scudetto. They are good one in the Coppa Italia, Napoli, Cremonese. Now let's go Spanish. Spanish will also be playing in their own Copa del Rey fixtures. Quickly, let's look at those fixtures that will be coming up in the Spanish Copa del Rey as we look at Real Sociedad against Mallorca. Sevilla, who are not really doing well in Spanish La Liga right now, they'll be fighting away to Alaves.
Okay, and if you look at Real Sociedad and Mallorca, you look at 2 La Liga teams. Real Sociedad, they are currently 3rd on the table, just behind Real Madrid and Barcelona. And their last 5 matches, they won 4, they drew only 1. And if you look at Mallorca also, they are 10th on the table. And they won 2 out of their last 5 matches and they drew 1. And Real Sociedad, they are playing also at home. So in terms of the current form, Real Sociedad have an edge over them. In terms of the home support, they have the home support above the Mallorca since they are playing at home. So to me, I'll give it to Real Sociedad to win the match. But this is football, where Madagascar beat Ghana in the CHAN competition. So anything can happen. But I'll give it 70% to Real Sociedad. Then Sevilla, where they are currently now, 19th on the left.
I still don't understand what's wrong with Sevilla, seriously.
You don't know what's wrong with Sevilla, but you know what is wrong with Chelsea.
No, this case is different.
It's not different. Sevilla
is 19th on the law. Chelsea, they are 10th.
They are close to it.
They are not. They are close to it. The gap between 10 to 19. At least you see, if you minus 10 from 9, you see, have 9.
It's about 10 points.
But right now, Chelsea can still be like, okay, We still have hope to make. You cannot do this. You can make Europa. But for Sevilla, 19th, I still don't know the miracle they are going to perform, except they wake up from their slumber and feel like, okay, we be the king of Europa. Maybe we need to wake up, or else we go down.
Okay, they're going to wake up, and I hope they didn't do that late. And they are 19 currently on the table, and the point between them and the 17th position is about 4 points. So that means what they just need to do is to win about 3, 4, 5 matches consecutively, which I think they have the history of doing that. They've got about 5, 6 matches unbeaten before, so it can still happen to them. They just need to rediscover themselves. That is what they really need to do. So what I see tonight happening is something to motivate them, to tap themselves and wake themselves up. We are the king of Europe. We are Sevilla. This is not where we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be 19th on the table. We're not supposed to be having this point. We're not supposed to be competing with Elche, Cadiz, and co. No, we're supposed to be competing with Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona. That I see happening tonight by them winning their match.
Well, it is possible that Sevilla can turn the table. Would they be able to turn it against Alaves as they fight hard there? Real Sociedad will play against Mallorca, also in the Spanish Copa del Rey. Those games actually coming up. Let's see what will be happening concerning that. The last one says that has to do with Osimhen. Well, a lot of people have been at least talking about Osimhen moving to Man U or Real Madrid or different clubs here and there. But his agent, Roberto Calenda, says Osimhen is happy at Napoli.
Well, I see that statement being a political statement.
Covering up.
That's just the issue. That is happy. Yes, he's happy as a player of Napoli at the moment. But the truth is, Osimhen needs to really get it right when it comes to the transfer next season. What he needs to do is to concentrate with Napoli to try and win the Serie A Scudetto with them. After that, he needs to look at how to be competing with the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, Bellingham. They are the stars of tomorrow. The stars of tomorrow in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years will be making reference to all these players. And Osimhen needs to go to a club that are constant in Champions League, that are always title contenders. So I see it, if it is not witchcraft problem, I don't see him going to Manchester United. That's the truth. If you are talking about a club that Osimhen needs to go to right now, so that he can also be a nominee for the Ballon d'Or, for the African Footballer of the Year, he has to look at Bayern Munich, where currently now they are still looking for a replacement for Lewandowski. He has to look at Real Madrid, where Karim Benzema is already aging. If not because Manchester City, they have a player of Erling Haaland, it would have been better for him to go there also. So he needs to look at where, he should look at his future. He shouldn't look at money. If Chelsea come for him, he shouldn't go there because of money. He should look at where his future really lies. So that's my advice for him.
Well, a good one there. I just hope that Victor Osimhen and Roberto Calenda will consider his career before money. That's a good one there. I come from Olawale Peters there. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure being here, Adeniyi.
I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.